Hey, what's going on, everybody? Chaz here with another ONE4EGO podcast. We have Ben and Tristan joining us today for our top 50 comic movies of all time, according to Rolling Stone's bum asses. Now, let's just make this clear. We do not agree with what Rolling Stone says most of the time, and this is probably going to be another time where nobody really agrees with what Rolling Stone says. But at the end, we're going to get to our top 10. We're going to pause the countdown and we're going to go through everybody's top 10 and then see how much it matches to their actual top 10. Ben, what are your anticipations for this bullshit we're about to read?
I think it's going to be a lot of anger.
A lot of anger.
And just disappointment in Rolling Stone.
Oh, my God.
Brand.
They've been saying some crazy hot takes recently, so let's take what they say with a grain of salt. Tristan, what are you doing? Writing something right now?
I sent you my top 10.
You did. You can't edit it now. It's already a wrap.
No, I'm not editing it, but I have it on my phone, and then I forgot to write it down. So,
all right. Well, let's get right into this now. We're gonna share the screen. Share screen. Top 50 of all time. Ooh, I gotta fix this before we do that because we can't start there. All right, here we go. Share screen. All right, guys, we got the Rolling Stones top 50 greatest superhero movies of all time. Greatest, you better chill with that greatest shit because there's some hard misses here. I started reading a little bit before, so let's go with the first one off the board. They said number 50 is Zack Snyder's Justice League. Okay.
It's definitely higher than 50.
It definitely is.
That right there. They are wild right now.
It's crazy.
So Ben, what do you think about this 50?
It's when I as soon as you see that, you know this list is just invalid. I just don't understand. This list was made to get clicks, not actually it was not a serious ranking.
No, it don't seem like a serious ranking at all. I mean, to put Zack Snyder's fifth at 50, like they have the Flash running backwards in time in this. That right there was probably top 5, top 3 cinematic moments in the comic book history. Like
shit.
What? Tristan, what do you think?
It definitely is higher. If I see some very contradictory picks as we go on, that it's definitely some bullshit. Like this movie right here.
You haven't looked at this?
Yeah.
Look at it.
I'm going with a fresh opinion right now.
Good. It's good. Let's go to the next one here.
Rolling Stone definitely does not know how to pick movies.
That's already L. That
definitely has to be higher.
All right, at 49, we have the infamous Nick Cage's Ghost Rider. I think this should be a little higher, guys. I mean, I feel like the CGI in this movie was great. Nicolas Cage was great. It's just the other actors around him were terrible, because that's how Nicolas Cage thinks. But I think this was a great attempt at a movie. At this point in time, actually, Sony was trying to make a cinematic universe at this point because the Punisher actually appeared in Spider-Man 2. Ghost Rider was supposed to appear in the background of Spider-Man 3. It was supposed to be this whole big thing, but obviously it failed. So anyway, what do you guys think of Ghost Rider at number 49?
I mean, Ghost Rider, the thing is what it suffered from back in the day was it was still trying to get out of that cheesy comic book vibe that was going on before Iron Man hit and everything like that, really. I mean, Iron Man came out the year after, right? But either which way, like they were suffering of not able to have additional characters in it because I think who owned Ghost Rider?
Sony.
You remember?
Sony.
So Sony basically neutered themselves because they could only use so many characters in Ghost Rider's universe without expanding to the full Marvel universe. So it's the same thing how the X-Men movies, they had a problem with that. Like you could only use so many characters, even though they have a lot, until you have to start venturing out to those actual Marvel characters that help benefit Ghost Rider and X-Men. I feel like that's what it suffered from. You can't just have it only like it was kind of done kind of weird.
Yeah. Ben?
Yeah, I agree. Ghost Rider won a super, super duper niche character. I didn't know who Ghost Rider was before this came out, and I think having Nick Cage as him too, just because everybody thinks of Nick Cage as kind of like a goofy actor, like he's not like
Yeah.
even though he has roles where he knocks it out of the park, but
Well, he's
at
good at playing
the time,
crazy. I think that's what he got it.
yeah, at the time it was like you didn't take it seriously because of Nick Cage. They needed to bring an actor that would have made people be like, oh, he's doing it, and it was hard back then because Iron Man hadn't come out yet. So
No, and nobody was taking it seriously because Spider-Man just finished, I think, right at that time.
Of course.
So it was just like nobody was really taking it seriously. Tristan's frozen right now. But but I think his acting in the second one was very good, and I wish that acting of Nicolas Cage got the character finally, but he just was in a shitty movie. The movie was shot well, the second one, but I don't know. I feel like Ghost Rider was an entertaining movie for the time. With Blade and everything. It was a good movie to have at that time. The CGI was great though. They did a really good job at that time for that.
CGI was good for that, yeah, especially for that time.
Oh yeah.
But
Tristan, you still there?
Hold up.
Yeah, I'm there.
You're frozen.
I'm trying to fix it.
Are you on your phone doing something else? All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. At number 48 is Megamind.
Pass.
Can I just say something? Who in their right mind goes, the top 50 comic movies all time was Megamind. Megamind was even a comic book. What?
Is it comic book or is it superhero movies?
It's what's this? Superhero I guess. Okay, fine. If you want to put that, but still, I don't think of Megamind.
It's still a terrible answer.
It's a terrible ass movie. This movie was shit. It was a shit movie. It was really bad. Nobody ever thinks about it. Nobody ever watches it. Liam
I think I like
it.
But it was like a throwaway animation movie. So how could it be in the top 50 superhero movies of all time?
That's what I'm saying. Nobody ever talks about.
I liked it, but yeah, it wasn't like, oh, remember Megamind?
Yeah, nobody ever says that. Tristan,
Megamind? Not really.
It shouldn't be on this list.
No,
it should not be.
We're going to go right over.
Ghost Rider would be higher on the list. Still.
Yes.
Okay, we're just gonna skip 47 because Inframan. I had never watched this movie in my life. Ultraman, I know about, right? But Inframan, I've never watched this in my whole life.
Terrible.
That's terrible. Yeah, we're not going with that one. Next one, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Now, this movie was great when it came out. I remember seeing this, and I think it should be higher on this list. That's my cup of tea. It's so good that they got the whole voice cast back during the pandemic, and they had them all read the script over again, and then they were like, you know what? Let's make a freaking cartoon. So they're redoing this with all the original voice the actors and voice on a cartoon level, which is awesome. That's how you know this movie's good. It's in the top 50, but I think it should be a little higher on this list. What do you guys think?
I've actually never seen this movie.
You've never seen Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah, it's one of my.
How do you not see Scott Pilgrim?
I don't know. I just wasn't interested when it first came out, and
I'm watching it with you.
I'll watch it. I've actually been meaning. I've been meaning to watch it recently. I just haven't gotten to it, but I just didn't watch it when it came out, and I just never got into it. But everything I've heard about it, it makes sense that it's on the list. I would have thought it'd be higher too, but
it's definitely should be higher for what the way they shot and everything was just perfect. It was a great casted movie too. So I mean, Tristan, you've seen Scott Pilgrim. I know you did. So
I've seen it plenty of times. It's just a movie that it never gets old. It's like one of those timeless movies that you could just throw in, and then you'll always have a good time watching it and stuff.
Especially they had like 3 Avengers in the movie. I think it's Captain America and Captain Marvel are in this movie as young people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I mean, I think it is a star-studded cast, man. It's a crazy cast, and for them to come back now on Netflix for a cartoon is great. Next one. I've never seen this movie, The Old Guard, 2020. You guys have ever seen it? Anybody seen it? Nope. We're going to move over because that doesn't matter. Why?
You have to throw in the old styles, but it can't be forced.
I promise you I've never seen this in my life. Batman, the movie, 1966.
No
campy as hell.
Is that what Adam West?
That's what Adam West,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is what Adam West. I mean, like what?
Those costumes are brutal.
Brutal, bro. Let me see if I can load it.
Oh my god, that's embarrassing.
Oh my god. What Tristan? What did you think? What do you guys honestly? Let's start from with Ben. What did you think of the Adam West Batman?
I never saw it, but
Never seen
It's
any.
you know, from like,
I
I mean, just the images. I mean, and you know, it wasn't like it didn't take itself seriously,
When he beat a shark,
which is why everybody liked what's his face's Batman so much because Michael Keaton because it was more serious then, and this was just like a joke.
Did you guys ever see the video on YouTube where it shows like people reacting to Batman coming out, and they're like, "Who wants a Batman movie? This is going to be terrible." Meanwhile, everybody sees it's the best movie of all time at that point.
It's crazy, but it's like that's why I feel like this shouldn't even be on the list because this is not what the best superhero movies are about. Like they're not about these like jokes and stuff that. Sorry, my Siri's going off right now. Holy crap! Like they just didn't take it seriously, so I don't understand how you can put this movie on the top 50.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Like everybody was making this movie as like a fucking joke.
Everybody that's probably was in this movie is dead. So it's like, oh, what's going on here?
That is a kind of a sad thing, but they probably have this on this list just because it's kind of like a renaissance. You know what I'm saying? Like you're diving back to the old movies, which probably back in the day people thought it was amazing. Like look at the time period. Everybody was a hippie, smoking weed, just chilling. Like they don't want nothing bad on TV.
No,
so they have to make Batman look goofy.
Definitely Adam West was on drugs making this show and this movie.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. I'm Adam West.
I don't doubt it.
Oh, man. Also, yo, real quick. I know I just said everybody's dead in here. Somebody sent me a TikTok, right? You open it up, it says, I'm going to ruin your day in 3, 2, 1. It shows the images of all the dogs from like 19, whatever, all the movies we watched as kids. And it goes, they're all dead.
That's fucked up.
Like,
how the fuck are you going to do that?
I was like, why is that happening in my life? All right. Number 43, Thor. I think this is a perfect right here. This is perfect. I think this is money. That's right there. That's a good. I think that's a good 43.
It's a good spot for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember seeing this and I was just like bored out my mind in the first like act of the movie. And I was just like, okay, what the hell is going on? It just looked like some campy shit. He's fighting the ice giants. The ice giants look weird and shit. And I was like, all right, whatever. I'll try this. Keep going. I'm like, I just hope this doesn't suck. Because but this was coming off the heels of Iron Man. Everyone's like, okay, this is the new guy they're going to introduce. This is Thor. Let's see how it goes. And they're like, oh, shit. Everyone's in the movie. They're, God damn, I can feel all the bad vibes. And then all of a sudden, the movie just kicks up. When he gets dropped into Earth, and then they just started building his character. You got to see Hawkeye for the first time. He's trying to pull out his whole his hammer. He's the whole hero's journey. You know, it was a great test. And then when he finally dies, gets his powers back, it was awesome. This movie like went from shit to great in the matter of 2 hours, which was good for the time. You know, and then that was the time when they were doing all the payoffs. You know, at the end of the movie, somebody was showing a hammer down or something. Yeah. Which was great. And I think this was a good entry into the Marvel Universe. Got a lot of women into this show. Everybody got obsessed with what's his face now. So what was his name again? His name is
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. Yes, right. He's Hemsworth. Yeah. So, okay, my brain was working.
I did not know that guy.
But also his fake blonde hair bugged me out in this movie. They were like, "Listen, grow your hair out. We'll just blonde it." And then they realized, that doesn't look great. They put fake hair on him the next movie.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah. All his hair is fake in the next couple movies after that.
I liked the first Thor. I thought it was really good, and it was like I feel like it was like 50-50 whether people liked it or not for some reason.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was one of my favorites for a while until they all started getting better.
Yeah. So when they all started getting better, that was a great thing. And seeing Hawkeye in the movie was great. Tristan?
I agree. No, it's a good spot for it and stuff. It was a good introduction to one of the original OG Avenger cast.
Yes.
It was good. And it was
especially
good
for one he was known, but he wasn't known.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was a good, like a lot of people's first time in experiencing Thor.
And I like how they legit show every part of his just every part of his personality. Showed the horny Thor and scared Thor and powerless Thor and overconfident Thor. Like you got to meet the character, which was great. And I mean, I hope number 2 is not on here because I will turn off this list.
That would be ridiculous.
I would be pissed. All right. Number 42.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this should be higher. Okay. This is one of the greatest comic book movies of all time. Definitely. This is definitely top 10 in my book. I totally forgot about this movie. just like when I was making my list. This should be in my top 10. The Lego Movie Batman.
Wow.
Did you guys? When did you guys see this? Tristan, when did you see this for the first time?
I saw it. I saw it in theaters with you. I think.
Did we
saw
really?
that. I think so.
Now, do you think this is 42 is a good number for it? Or do you think it should be a little higher?
If we're starting to get into like animated movies, like dropped into this section, then yeah, it should be higher. Just because it mixed like something that kids would enjoy, but also as an adult would enjoy too. Like it just your kids will sit through it while you would sit through it with a smile on your face because it hit every cue, so it was cool.
Yeah, and it was very good. Ben,
I haven't seen it.
you've never. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, Ben. This is definitely
Yeah,
yeah.
throw this one on too.
The first 10 minutes are gonna suck you in. It is the greatest.
I've heard it's
intro.
great. I don't know why I haven't watched it. I just never got to it, I guess.
Legit, the greatest, probably top 3 greatest intros to a superhero movie ever.
Yeah.
Swear
I've heard
to
it's
God.
one of the best Batman movies ever. For
Oh,
sure.
it's great. They do a great job. And it's not a
Okay.
hard watch. It's something you can just put on anytime in the background.
Yeah.
It's great. But yeah, it was very good. Lego movies are for the win. Next one, we got the Avengers at 41.
I think this should be higher.
Yeah. At least top 30.
Look at the picture they used too. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah. How do you not use the hero shot?
Yo, the hero
I
shot
think
was
it-
all like, yeah, pose
It's
it.
the hero shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
man.
it should be higher just because the sole fact that it introduced, like in general, you could have a crossover with so many different heroes from different spectrums
Yep.
Yeah.
of a universe in one, and it'll work. That should be high. That was the first ever crossover matchup that was
Proof you could
successful
put
in the
this
box
many
office.
main characters in one movie and be like,
Yes, and and no one felt lacking. Everybody felt
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they were on point.
Yes,
Like it was great.
it was great. Josh
like
Whedon
this-
did a good job his first movie.
To be honest, I would put
Oh,
this
yeah.
in my top 15, like this movie, like
Yeah.
my top 15, top 10.
Definitely top 15. I mean, I remember Tristan, I got the tickets. Like before
Yep.
everybody, we got to see before everybody. That shit was wild. Everybody was mad jealous of us. Yo, how are you going? What the fuck? And I was like, yo, I just got him, bro.
Because
She
think
came in
about
the
it
mail.
this
was
way.
wild.
Think about it this way. How many series, not only movies spun off from it, but series, all the one with the like the Punisher, you have the whole Netflix series. You remember how the whole Marvel spin-off with everybody and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Like Daredevil and the fucking Jessica Jones.
Jessica
All that
Jones.
spun off. They always reference the Avengers. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, when the freaking clouds opened up and everything like that, and then they fell. You know, they were talking about the Avengers movie, like when the fucking was it the Chitauri were
Yeah,
coming
Chitauri,
through?
yep.
Yeah, he would not have that if the Avengers wasn't a good movie. You know what I'm saying?
No,
And it's also like the culmination of like at the end of the first Iron Man when Sam Jackson
Yep.
comes in and you hear the Avengers Initiative for the first time, and you're just like,
Oh yeah.
they're doing this, and then they killed it.
yeah. And remember the second
Like,
one, they
they
even
killed it.
they told Iron Man, yeah, you're not in the Avengers. We you're too dangerous. You're too unpredictable.
Yeah, so good.
I mean, they even set up in Iron Man 2, they set up freaking Namor. Like, it just paid off now. It's just
Yeah.
so wild. But Avengers really just set up that movie itself. They're still going back and referencing it for like even shows now, which is great.
Mhm.
We just got that with Hawkeye. I mean, the movie itself has helped. Like Top Gun
Spider-Man
reinvigorated.
Homecoming.
Yeah,
even.
Spider-Man Homecoming. Yep.
Yeah.
It reinvigorated people going to the movie theater at that time, just like Mission Impossible. Top Gun just did. Avengers did the same thing because nobody's really going to the movies at that time. If you remember, it wasn't like it was like, oh, let's go to a movie, to go see one big thing. But when this came out, everybody was like, we're gonna see everything Avengers all the
Oh
time.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
next, so top 41. What do you think it is supposed to be higher, Ben? What do you think? Top 15?
I would say minimum top 30. Like it's got to be in your top 30. I would
Top
say.
30. And Tristan, top 30, top 15?
Oh, definitely higher than top 30 for me.
Nice.
Like at least
Right.
top 15 or top 10 for me.
Definitely top 15 for me as well. Next one. We got The Dark Knight Rises at 40. I feel like this is a good place for it. I've watched this movie. Really good. I've watched this movie about, I don't know, 5-6 times my whole life, and I'm just like, every time I watch it, it gets worse for me. I don't know. I don't know what I need to do, Batman. It's just like
I think the reason why you're
how was
I think the
born in it.
I think the reason why you're feeling that way is because they lost like a major arc character
They
that
did.
would definitely would have
They got fucked.
elevated. Yeah, because
Joker
with
was in
Keith
it?
Led, yeah, if the Joker was a cameo and it like how he's supposed to be, he out in theory. I don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I think instead of Scarecrow was supposed to be in it anyway. But Scarecrow, instead of him, it was supposed to be Joker doing the judge and jury for all
Yep,
those people
Yep.
and stuff. And then Scarecrow was going to be like just another part of it. But then they had to use him instead because Keith Ledger died.
Yeah.
Which makes
Or
sense.
Heath
'Cause I
Ledger,
feel
excuse
like,
me.
it's like whenever Cillian Murphy's in there, like all his stuff feels forced in that movie.
Yes.
Because it was like, or not forced, but like wedged in. You know, like they had to put
last minute shit. Yeah.
And I feel like with this movie, I remember when I first saw it, I wanted it to be good so bad that after I walked out of the theater, I was like, "Oh my god, that was amazing!" And then it fell off a cliff for me, and I was like, "This movie's hot garbage." And I feel like now I'm just like in the middle. Like, it was good. It could have been great if Heath Ledger didn't die.
It's just hard to follow up on that fucking that performance that he gave. And stuff.
But we got to say though, give us flowers for that beginning scene in the airplane. That was great.
Oh,
yeah. Tom Hardy killed it as Bane.
Tom Hardy did a great job.
He killed it as Bane. It's just that it's just so hard to follow up on the Dark Knight.
Batman just seemed like a background character.
And it was hard for Bane to, I think, carry it by himself.
Yes.
Because of like the mask and the voice and all that. Like, you needed somebody who was more easier to communicate with. Like the Joker would have.
Did you know that they actually filmed the whole movie? They were gonna let Tom Hardy just speak through the mask, and it sounds so stupid. So they made him redo it in post.
Really?
So, yeah. So you have to redo it like with a muffle.
That must have been a lot of hours.
Yo.
Yeah, especially like back in the day, like technology wise, even this came out in 2012, it's still such a difference between now and then.
Crazy.
They could just do it instantly now. Back then, like, fuck, we gotta fill this whole movie again.
I remember falling asleep in the movie theater. It was 12 o'clock at night. I think me, Tristan, and Lewis went together. We was midnight release, and I fell asleep in the movie theater. And Tristan smacked the shit out of me. He's like, "What are you saying, bro?"
It came out after Avengers too.
Bro, I was out
right after Avengers.
It was such a boring part. When he fell in the hole, it was like, ugh. But anyway, next movie, 39, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. This should definitely be lower. This movie was not that great. Without the cameos, this movie would not be great. I don't know. I felt like they dropped the ball with this movie. That's my thought. 39, I think, is a little too high. What do you guys think?
You know what? It should be lower. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time. It was kind of mid, like because there was actually supposed to be other cameos to it too, but they would have not made sense. Like Ghost Rider was supposed to actually make his debut in there.
Yep.
But then I'm glad they came to their senses because even though Scarlet Witch is so fucking powerful,
Ghost Rider
Ghost Rider, like if he's on his like on the spirit of vengeance, like him knocked out and the spirit of vengeance is taken over, no one's beating Ghost Rider. Nobody.
If you did something wrong and he does the penance there, it's a wrap, bro. It's done. That's automatic kill.
What could have made this movie like so much higher on the list for me is if they would have used Ghost Rider, but towards the end, like Doctor Strange, like I was calling cavalry, and he's like I was waiting for the spell to finish up, and then Ghost Rider appeared and fucking took out fucking Scarlet Witch. Not kill her, but like fucking put her in her place. You know what I'm saying? That would have fucking went bananas.
Yep. I would have loved that. Also, Boulder was supposed to be in the movie too. It was the James Bond was supposed to play him, but they took the cameo out.
I think that COVID kind of fucked up a lot of these movies. Okay, so when we get higher on this list, I'll explain more. But I feel like a lot of these movies that were filmed like during COVID, like kind of fucked with them a lot and stuff.
Yeah,
Same thing happened with the Matrix and everything like that.
I have TV shows too. A lot of TVs like Supernatural.
Yeah,
that Supernatural finale we got.
You can see how like it affected it. Like it's crazy.
Let's kill Dean on the stake. Oh my god!
I was like, that's how Dean's going out.
Dean.
All right, we're getting sidetracked.
So Ben, what is your thoughts on this number 39? You like this movie still?
Yeah, I liked it. Didn't love it. I feel like I was sold that it was gonna be like a horror movie, and it wasn't. And that kind of threw me for a loop because everybody was saying, "Oh my god, it's like the first superhero horror movie," and it was
supposed
like
to be, yeah.
I don't understand what all you people were talking about. I swear, like some reviewers, they just get like the fucking notes from Hollywood about what we're supposed to say about the movie, and then it's like, how did you think this was a horror movie?
I think the part that they're talking about is when they met like the Illuminati and stuff, and how she took them out and then started chasing them after and stuff, like that little creepy scene. Like the way that they did Black Bolt, that kind of like put me back in my seat. I was like, oh god damn! Like that part was actually pretty like neat how they did that. But other than that, I thought the movie was mid.
Yeah, it was mid. Movie.
Yeah.
It was definitely mid. Look at Ben, like thinking about it now. I was like, yeah, it's definitely mid.
No, I thought they would have did more fandom. I thought they were going to do more fandom, like, show like Deadpool first time, like going through all these multiverses. Yeah. They could have took a thoroughly advantage of it, but they didn't.
Well, they're using. I think they took it out because now the Deadpool movie is going to be that, have him going through all the universes, so it's going to be great. The next thing we got number 38, Captain America: The First Avenger. I think this is a good spot, maybe a little lower.
Good spot. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. That movie was actually really good.
Exactly, it's another introduction to the Avengers line.
Really good.
That this movie itself. This is one. But this is one.
So I was like, I don't know what I'm laughing at.
I don't know what happened. Anyway,
Ben caught it, and it was like, damn it.
So the Avenger, the Captain America: The First Avenger, is one of those rare instances that the sequels get better. Like Captain America, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Civil War. You can even include Infinity War into that because all this mixed together, it was great. This movie was a great introduction to the character, and they progressed him better. Like through the whole series, you fell in love with the character, and it was great. And I think this first one was great. It was a good little thing in the bottom, little here we go. And I remember getting the game for this, and I was like super hyped to see Captain America in live action, which was great. Ben, what's your thoughts? Number 38.
I agree. I think it's a good spot for it. It was a good movie, not great. There's some parts where I was just like a little bored, but for the most part, I liked it. I think they got this ranking right.
I think the ranking's right too. I was really entertained about it. It was based on like the first actual character that you feel like, just like Batman, that they have all the success, but then you still feel like you could be that person if you try hard enough. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, but also with Captain America, it's one of the first movies that you realize that if they had the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, like not with this contract bullshit between Sony and Fox and Marvel and Disney, you would have had people like Wolverine made their appearance in here because he was part of the Captain America's like first crew. All that fandom, you know what I'm saying? Yep. You missed out on it because of stupid people greedy with money. Well, but overall, it still was a great movie.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be Namor supposed to be in there, the first original, the first Human Torch ever. It was supposed to be, but Wolverine being in there, I know they're gonna put him in there after. They're gonna have to do this whole thing. They can do it because Chris Evans is still pretty young. They can definitely show that he was part of the bandits over here. So
they'll probably put him in the cameo or something.
Yeah, because Wolverine is like that. Their friendship starts here. This is why Wolverine and Captain America always have a good friendship because you knew him for years. I love this movie and I wish Wolverine was in it. All right, Tristan. Yo, okay, this is funny, Ben. You're gonna die laughing later. So number 37, The Batman, 2022. 37.
Pretty low.
Pretty low. I think that's pretty low for this. I think this should be definitely top 20. But 37 is a little low. I think this was a great introduction to the character, something new, something fresh. Also, it's a Matt Reeves movie. It should be definitely higher. That's all. I mean, it's Matt Reeves movie, and it's gonna have spin-offs. And they're world building from this. It's so good that they're gonna have 2 different DC universes. It's gonna be Elseworld, but it's gonna be its own little thing. TV shows, second movie coming out, Catwoman movie might be coming out. So there you go. What do you
Is
guys
this
think?
movie based on the Joker franchise too? Like, are they in the same?
No,
what I
that's
was wondering.
Elseworlds. So real quick, DC is gonna do something with Elseworlds. So everything that comes out that's not part of the DCU is gonna be Elseworld stories. So this includes the Batman,
Like one-offs or some shit.
one-offs exactly. But with this, Matt Reeves is his own. They had to sign an agreement that Matt Reeves is gonna have his own universe, and so that's what this is.
So what's the James Gunn's universe? What the fuck's
It's
going
DCU.
on?
That's gonna be a DCEU. That's gonna be
Wait,
2.
so there's 3 fucking universes now?
No, there's Matt Reeves' universe, there's the DC, and then there's gonna be Elseworlds. Elseworlds movie are gonna be just
So there's fucking 3 fucking universes now.
no, it's like a what if. Like you gotta think of it like what if. So they're gonna have random directors come in and do dark projects that are not for kids. So there you go. Anyway, Tristan, what do you think? You butthurtness.
Well, I really enjoyed this movie just because of the sole fact that not only it was greatly filmed, like the cinematics with the penguin and chase scene and stuff with the fucking old school style Batmobile. Yeah,
man.
it was actually one of the first, like not one of the first, but still one of the few comic book movies since post COVID that were actually done right. Like it felt like really good.
Yes.
So like watching that movie, like it was like a 3.5 hour movie, like almost 4 hours long, and you felt still glued to your seat. Like fucking the only problem that I had, like people are gonna be like, oh well, like you're thinking too much. I just felt like Twilight, he should have fucking got a little bit more fit for his role and shit. But other than that, like he was good.
He definitely was on those. He was on the vegan diet for this.
He was on that woke bullshit. Oh no, I don't have to look good for Batman. Shut the fuck up. No, you gotta look good for Batman. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
Ain't no way you fighting all those dudes with that skinny body.
Yeah.
Ben, what do you think?
Yeah, this movie I think should be in like the 10 to 15 range. I think it's way undervalued here. Yeah, I mean everything you guys said. This movie was just, I mean, almost perfect.
Yes, almost. It's crazy how all Batman movies really hit. Like everything after The Dark Knight has just been like great. I think even Ben Affleck's Batman, I think he's up there.
And Kravis's daughter. Oh my god.
Oh my god. All right, Tank Girl, 1995. I think this should be definitely lower. I'm sorry. This should be like
never
40.
seen this in my life.
Never seen it.
It was good. But it was part of a comic book. If you guys, you can always watch it. Just a quick watch. It's nice. It's cool. It's the first girl-led, I guess, comic movie. Next one, 35, Ant-Man. I think this is too high. Like
too
the
high.
movie, I think it's too high.
Yeah,
I think it should be like 51. Like,
51. It's a top 50 movie. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
no, that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be on this list. It's too high.
Wow.
So it's at 35. It's too high.
I thought it was all right. Maybe a little bit higher up on the list, but I don't think it's like kicked off.
I
sorry.
think,
Am I saying
I
too
think
low? That's what I'm
every
saying.
MCU movie, almost every MCU movie can be in the top 50.
You think even Ant-Man?
I agree.
Almost every. Not. I feel like the only ones I can't put up there are Thor, Dark World,
And the 3 Ant-Man movies.
No, Eternals.
3 Ant-Man movies. I like Eternals. I maybe
You
not
like
top
Eternals?
50,
I like
but I
Eternals.
liked Eternals.
I like Eternals.
I
Especially that
liked
speech
Ant-Man
scene.
and the Wasp. I thought Ant-Man and the Wasp was way better than Ant-Man.
I thought Ant-Man was better than Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, definitely me too. I think Ant-Man's better.
Really?
Ant-Man and the
Okay.
Wasp, definitely.
Because maybe because like the main antagonist wasn't like really such a strong character.
Mm.
Like it felt like somebody that could have been a side character, just like that guy Crossbones was. Like he eventually just turned into a side character, and fucking Avengers too. But
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, so you guys agree with this number 35? Yeah, lower. Should be definitely
it should
higher.
be probably lower.
Yeah,
or
maybe
Avengers
higher.
Search War.
Higher, right? That's what you meant.
Yeah, like
Higher list.
40s maybe,
Yeah, I think 50 something.
maybe 50s.
Number 30. Number 34, The Suicide Squad. I think
I think that's a good list.
That's a good
I think
spot,
that's
right?
good.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I really like this movie.
Yeah, me too.
It was a
agree.
it was a great recovery from the first one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
I mean, that studio butchering really killed that first movie.
The first movie, I think it was good with the first like 20 minutes, like how they did the fandom with the Batman, like fucking them all up and shit.
Yeah, that shit
like
was great.
that was fucking awesome.
Ben
But
Affleck
other
was
than
the
that,
best part
like
of the movie.
yeah, like
Definitely.
other than that, like like there's just parts that fucked up on and stuff. But they definitely recovered from that though. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. This was definitely a good movie. Even with Starro being the main antagonist, that was very good. And then we got Peacemaker out of it, so I think it's great. Next one, 33's Blade 2.
Higher. I mean, lower.
I think it's definitely lower in the
lower in a good way. Lower in a good way. Go down.
It should be like maybe top 20.
It should be in the 20s, I think. Yeah.
I remember as a kid watching this religiously over and over and over and over.
Oh, this movie was so good.
The vampires going into the club together was the first kind of Avengers feeling scene. You felt like, they're about to. Donnie Yen's in here, but they did Donnie Yen so dirty in this movie. He pulled his sword out.
They definitely did.
To me, this is better than the first one too. A lot of people say the first one's better. I don't see how you could say that.
Nah, and
this one is so much more fun.
It was so fun. Even that beginning scene when he was fighting them in the lights, that was great.
Yeah.
You know what? I this is the one thing I'm going to say. This is the first like Marvel movie that actually had a good budget to do better things with.
That's true.
Because if you think about it, the first one was great, but then there's a lot of scenes in there that were kind of cheesy. Now we're looking back at it now.
was wild.
Yeah. So you're thinking about like, damn, that's because they only had like a $2 million budget, like something. Now, like this one, they had like fucking like 50 million, 100 million, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like it worked with it.
And it had Winston's props, the guy from that did the Terminator and stuff like that. He did the props for the vampires and stuff. Oh yeah, and even the ending scene when like he's fighting with vampires.
Oh my god!
What? Oh, I might go watch it tonight.
Boss fight,
dude. I seriously
so good. Real quick, did you know Morbius was in the originally at the end of number 1, but they cut it out because they thought people would be confused.
Oh, okay.
So when he comes out the hatch and he looks up, and it's Morbius. You can watch it online. It's online on YouTube. And Morbius is there waiting for him for the next movie. But then they were like, they made that other guy. It was supposed to be Morbius in the second movie, but they made him the son of the vampire of Dracula, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
All right, next movie, Blade 2. Oh, Unbreakable. Oh man,
I forgot about the Unbreakables.
Oh man. Okay, this movie definitely my top 10. I gotta fix this. I gotta fix my thing real quick.
I forgot about that.
You said Tristan.
Oh, we'll change it. Okay, fine. I'm not changing it. Unbreakable. No. I'm not gonna change it. Unbreakable is legit. I forgot about this movie, but honestly, I remember watching this religiously too. I remember watching this every weekend at Dad's house because he had the tape, and I would just put up. Watch
Fuck it. You! I'm editing my shit.
Unbreakable at number 32. Ben, what do you think?
I like Unbreakable. I think it's fine where it is. I'm not a huge Unbreakable person. I
agree. It's fine where it is, but that's not a bad thing because the way it's at, like, it opened up so many doors to comic book stories or anything that could go on movie theaters that is besides Marvel and DC.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even though there was stuff before it, but stuff that was definitely after it, like Dark Horse stuff and everything, even if there were successes or failures, it opened up that branch that you don't have to be a Marvel character or a DC character comic book just to venture out and stuff.
And I think it showed that you could tell real stories with superheroes and people enjoy it.
Yep. And like Shyamalan, what a twist!
MCU masters.
Yeah, that last movie killed me though. That pissed me off a little bit.
They fucked that shit up.
They killed everybody off. You just
like, how do you do that?
It was Unbreakable, Mr. Glass. That's the one we were talking about.
Split should be on here.
Oh, I hope it is.
Split was amazing. I don't think it's gonna be on here. I would put it above.
Oh, Disney made money anyway. This is a Walt Disney movie.
Oh, is it really?
That's next
Disney
one.
Has their hands on everything.
31, number 31. V for Vendetta. I don't think this movie should be up this high. I mean, this low. It should be definitely higher in the list, as in like worse. It should be like past like maybe 60 greatest comic movies of all time. I don't ever go. Oh yeah,
this
V
is
for Vendetta.
It's up in like the 50 range. For
Well,
me, like,
can we just establish if we say higher or lower? Are we talking about lower going?
So higher, it should be higher in the list. Like the numbers should be higher. Lower should be it should be. We should move the numbers down so it can be
okay.
better.
So I've been doing it right. All right, thank you.
yeah, this
All
should
right,
be moved up to in the 50s, I think.
Yeah, past maybe fast 50s.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it when I was a kid. Like, I probably should watch it now just to see if I could get it more. But like,
I agree
like
because I watched it in theaters and I was like, I don't get this movie.
yeah,
It
you know, like it's the same thing as you get older, as like from adult to kid. Now you're able to like know certain things better.
Yeah.
Like this movie, like I was a kid, I didn't know what the fuck it was trying to say. Now I'm thinking about it's talking about revolution and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I might go back and watch this just to get an idea.
That's what I want to do too. It makes me want to.
Yeah. Next one, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I think this is too high. I think it should be lower down towards the maybe top 20 because it changed. I think it changed the way more movies are done. You can just have a superhero that can just do kung fu, and the Asian community. It just was a great all around movie for the time, the culture, and the way it came in and showing that a Bruce Lee type character can still be number one in the movie theaters. That's my type. What do you guys think, Ben?
I think it's good where it's at. I wonder if like I made a top 50 where it would end up. It would definitely make it. I don't know if it would be this high though.
Tristan?
I don't hate the spot, but in the 30s probably somewhere.
In the 30s. Okay.
I think the spot in the 30s does well with it. So if it stays at 30, that's cool with me because I mean it was a great movie. I loved the movie too. Like the way it was set up and everything, like with kung fu and like it kind of made me recover from Iron Fist. Like Iron Fist is like one of the lower points of like the Avengers Dark, basically, or like the Marvel Dark series on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix. Yeah.
I just felt like the dude was just so goofy, like playing him, and I don't know if it's just because I'm not too much with Iron Fist fandom and comic books, and that's my bad if I'm fucking up with it, but I just felt like it was just too forced, and then this guy just made it revamped. Like Shang-Chi, like that movie, like made me love the kung fu side of Marvel comic books again and everything. And I'll go to say that like maybe they should like I'm not about the woke thing, but like maybe they should like revisit fucking Iron Fist and make it a little bit better for a demographic because like his shit was goofy as fuck.
I mean, it seems like they're gonna reboot everything next. So Daredevil's coming out, Jessica Jones girls working out. So everybody knows the only two people we haven't seen anything about was Luke Cage and Iron Fist. So
Did you change Jessica Jones actress?
No, she's still the same one.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, so she's great.
And
also
do that.
The comics they changed Iron Fist to an Asian American now, so I don't know how they're gonna do what they're gonna do with that.
Well, yeah, because it makes sense. I mean, even if they kept it like the white boy, the dude was like out of shape, like he had a little pot belly and everything like that. I'm like, like how the fuck are you gonna sit there like? Like I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
but let's not downplay when they all did that group meetup thing and they had the fight in the
that was great. That was great.
The Defenders?
Yeah.
The
Defenders was great, yo.
No, he's good as a team up, but then his solo thing was like
trash.
Whoever the director was shit the bed with that.
Yes, everybody else was good in the series. I just think that.
Yeah, I'm not doubting him as an actor. It's just that it was just that part of the series was bad.
I am the Iron Man. Yeah. Oh, it's like I'm sad because I don't have a lot of money. Oh wait, they got my money back. I'm still sad. It was just, oh my god, it was terrible. Anyway, number 29, The Crow. I think this should be like number 35. Brandon Lee unfortunately lost his life in the beginning of this movie. It was Bruce Lee's son to a tragic accident. That same thing that happened with the girl on the set of that what's the guy's name?
Baldwin
movie. He got shot with the dummy round though.
Or she got shot.
Oh well, he did too.
No, she got shot by a real bullet.
Oh, she got shot by a real bullet. So
He got shot
Moral
by-
story is stop pointing guns at people on sets. Seriously.
Well, the story is like make sure it's clear, safe, and empty before you fucking do something stupid.
Exactly. And so, what do you guys think of the Crow? Have you guys seen it? I mean, I saw it a couple times, so I know. I feel like it's a great movie.
So like I was so young when I saw it, but I mean it's a good movie.
It's a good watch.
Um,
I think you should revisit it.
Top 30.
Not, I think past maybe top 35, because it was like this first real take of a comic book serious character. And I think they did great.
Yeah, it's a comic. He's not like a superhero to me. He more of like a revenge.
Like
I get like he gets like revived and all that, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like a superhero movie. It just feels like a revenge movie.
Hey, we also got the black and white Sting from this too, so that's a good win-win for us too. Tristan.
So to be honest, I don't remember seeing this movie. Maybe as a kid I did, but I just don't remember as an adult. Like that's one of the few movies that you made me realize that as an adult I want to watch it now.
Yeah, I'll put
so
it.
I'm gonna.
The library, Tristan. I'll put it in the library.
Oh yeah, do it.
Yeah,
because I'll definitely want to watch it.
All right, so Crow. I think we're the next one. Oh man, here we go. This is when Ben gets mad. Batman Begins, 2005. Number 28. I think that's disrespectful right there. I think that's really disrespectful because to have it here is kind of wild. I think this should be definitely top 20. This restarted Batman.
I was gonna say the lowest this should be is 20.
20 is definitely the lowest. And I would take a 20 for this. I think this movie was great. It was a game changer. Christian Bale, great actor. The best Alfred, ever portrayed is in this movie. Michael Caine. And Austin Powers' father. So it's a great movie. And we had
Spot who shot me.
We had Liam Neeson in here as the big boss, Ra's al Ghul. And then we had a nice payoff in the third movie apparently. But it was a great movie. I think it was good. Scarecrow was a great villain in this movie. It was great. All around, Morgan Freeman was great. Michael Caine was great. Christian Bale was great. Perfect movie, I think.
Yeah, Scarecrow was so good that it's crazy that you don't even think about him anymore because of Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yo.
Yeah.
Like, Scarecrow killed it in this. Like, Cillian Murphy's one of the best actors we have alive right now.
28 days later.
And you don't even think about him when you think about Batman because you just think of Joker.
Which is crazy because before Heath Ledger did it, we were talking about how good Scarecrow was. We were talking about it. God.
So think about it this way. I think Batman Begins is one of the first movies that had two antagonists that were both really great roles. Like it wasn't like, a sub and then like a main antagonist. Like you had two main antagonists, the Scarecrow, and then you had Ra's al Ghul. Yeah. And then they both held their own in the movie about two people that Batman were going after. Because you usually have a movie that it's only one main antagonist against the protagonist. This one, you had two that actually did well.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan did it great 3 times. Like he had two villains in the movie. We didn't even notice. Like think about it now. I'm like, damn, that's right. They had two. You just made me realize that they had two villains in each movie.
I'm here for you, son.
If Heath Ledger doesn't die, this is probably it's maybe the greatest trilogy of all time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
I agree.
I cannot wait to show Liam and see what he thinks because I got to see him watch Star Wars all the way through, and he's just it's just crazy how his brain was like, whoa, I have you guys seen the clip of him seeing Anakin Skywalker turn into Darth Vader, and it tripped him out. It tripped him out.
You're watching Murder in the Younglings? You will, Liam.
I wonder if Star Wars is more made for kids. I wonder if this is too deep for him still.
Yeah, this is too deep. I can't. I think 10 years old. I'll show him this trilogy.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. It's a little too much. He got. I was gonna show him the 2022. He got scared of it. He said it was too dark and scary for him. So I was like, okay, maybe I should
show him what?
The 2022 Batman. I was trying.
Really?
You want to watch it? Because his friends at school watched it. He's 6 years old and kids were talking about it in school. So I was like, okay, no problem. He did the same thing with Wednesday. I felt he was left out. So,
Wednesday was so good.
bro, he tried to watch Batman. He got so scared. He's like, I'm good. I don't
Really?
want to watch it no more. He's like, okay, no
Funny.
problem. Next one, Hellboy, 2004.
Oh, I forgot about this.
This is a good. I think it's a good number. I think this is
I
great.
think it's a good number. I think it could even be bumped up a little more to like 25, 24 maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Hellboy was awesome. I think one of my favorite non-Marvel DC superhero movies.
Was that Dark Horse?
Dark Horse.
Or
yeah.
no?
Yes.
Dark Horse. Yeah.
Wait, there's Dark Horse and there was another one too, right?
It's Vertigo.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Dark Horse. But Vertigo's under DC anyway. But yeah, Guillermo del Toro's first like superhero thing, and it was
1 and 2. I love both of them.
yes. And
Yeah, dude.
It's so wild they didn't want to pay him for 3. Like
So
what?
crazy. Just
What are
finish
you-
it. Like what
What
are you doing?
Did they restart it and stuff?
Yeah,
they
did.
had
They
the new
tried
one that came out.
They tried it with the guy from freaking Stranger Things, the cop guy.
He actually was all right. Like the costume looked pretty cool. I don't remember if that movie was good or not.
It was not.
I feel like I watched it and I forgot it as soon as it was done.
Did we just see
That's
the movie, Ben?
that's where I'm in.
I don't remember. I literally don't remember anything about it. It's like I blacked out afterward. Erased it all. I
What was
don't
that?
remember.
You know what I was trying to think of, Ben? What was that movie we went to see? It was the Superman villain, but as a villain. The little kid was Superman.
Brightburn.
Yes.
Brightburn was awesome.
Oh God, that was a great movie too.
I bet
And
you that's
everybody's
gonna
like,
be in
If
this.
that was considered a superhero movie, that should be on this list.
James Gunn. People saying James Gunn down in James Gunn to direct a superhero movie. I said go watch that movie Brightburn. That's what it was.
Oh,
That's what you gotta see Brightburn. He did it. He did Superman already, so I think he could do it. I think it's pretty good. Next one, Hellboy. So you guys are good with the 27?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we're just skipping this because this makes no fucking sense. Dark Man, 26. I'm
give it
done.
any more attention.
The Rocketeer.
Oh,
I think 50.
I mean, yeah.
I remember watching
I
as a
mean,
kid and putting a pack on and
Honorable
pretending.
mention.
Honorable.
I mean, I have the
there you go.
Rocketeer freaking the portrait. That Rocketeer was alright, man.
Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna throw that away. That was a good painting.
Oh, Guemun. Oh, it's not good anymore.
The Rocketeer. What do you guys think?
It should be lower.
Yeah,
or
definitely
higher.
lower.
Should be
Yeah.
higher.
I should be definitely higher in this list.
Terrible.
Terrible. All right,
We're
next.
halfway past the halfway point.
Past the halfway point. Batman Returns. I think this should be in the 30s. This movie was great for the first 10 minutes when you don't see Batman and he pops up and he fucks up everybody. But after that, this movie gets freaking weird, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Like Penguin just like every time Danny DeVito does such a good job as Penguin, and man almost makes me throw up every time he eats the fish. Every time I watch
he's
the movie.
disgusting.
He's
disgusting.
We just got a comment from somebody. Brightburn did what? What's it say? Chronicle did made a superhero movie that wasn't.
Oh
advertised.
yeah, Chronicle.
That's a
Yeah.
good movie. Michael B. Jordan, baby. That was a good movie.
Chronicle-
What's his name? Captain
Chronicle.
Eyebrows.
Yeah, thank you,
That's
Captain
Nick.
Eyebrows.
That's
That's
Nick.
true.
Yeah.
Oh, Nickelodeon.
It was Chronicle was excellent. I was actually just talking to Kay. I was like, you got to see Chronicle because I don't think she's seen it, and we were just talking about it because I was considering because I wanted to get at least one movie that wasn't Marvel or DC on my top 10, and I was considering that one.
Chronicle's great. I have the unedited version or something like that, or the director's cut. I have it, so I'll give it to you to watch because that's the way you got to watch that movie.
Oh, it's so good.
That's so good. They didn't want to pay them. That's another movie that the studio didn't want to give him more money for the second one. It makes no sense to me. Stupid.
Because that was so good.
I was so invested. But Batman Returns, guys, 24.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
It would be higher up for me, probably
I'm about to be
30s,
mad.
40s.
No, I still don't understand how that movie's ahead of Avengers, but
Yeah. Makes no sense. Crazy. Next one. Oh my, 23.
Disrespect.
That's disrespectful. This movie changed everything. It changed everything. Because everybody's like, oh, we can act goofy and curse in movies? What? Make fun of ourselves? What?
and make it rated R and not nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You can make a movie for nothing and blow everything out the water? Like, bro, Ryan Reynolds legit leaked the freaking bullshit trailer so people can see it to make this movie. And it was the greatest thing Fox has ever let happen. Like, what?
Dude, yeah,
What?
I agree.
What?
crazy.
Deadpool number 23? What do you got, Ben? Please tell me. What did you think about this bullshit? That this doesn't make me mad as
Yeah,
fuck.
no, this was a perfect movie. I don't care what anybody says. It
definitely was a perfect movie.
It was the embodiment of Deadpool from the beginning to end,
Yes.
and just the redemption of Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool after that disastrous Wolverine movie
Ugh.
to what we got in this. I mean, it couldn't have been executed any better.
Oh my god. And we got the
From
Juggernaut.
like it couldn't have been executed any worse in that Wolverine movie, and it couldn't have been executed any better in Deadpool.
Yes. And we got Colossus actually done right. Like
Yes.
Yeah, Colossus was pretty dope in this, and like everybody in this cast in this movie.
Gina Carano was great in this movie.
Oh, Gina Carano.
I'm sorry. And she punches right in the balls. That shit was crazy. Cue the music. It freaking got DMX in the movie. Oh, great. That was
It's too good.
too good. This
so
is definitely should be top 10. I'm sorry. Top 10, right, guys? Top 10?
good.
Be up there.
Yeah.
Like for a comedy skit. Oh, RoboCop.
Yeah, I was actually, you know what's crazy? I was gonna put this in my top 10, right? Because I didn't know if you could consider this a comic movie or superhero movie. Because I thought it would just be more of an action movie, but I guess RoboCop is up there. RoboCop 1987. Great, one of the greatest movies of all time. Seriously. From the way they shot it, the practical effects, Peter Welling being in that suit forever. Them killing off the main character in the beginning of the movie, like the way they did, him getting blown away. Like that was the first time you saw what bullets actually did to people, right, Tristan? I mean, that was bullet damage. Like seeing bullet damage like this was wild. He's just getting shot by shotguns. No, and chunks are just coming off. I was like,
listen, no, he would have been dead. He would have been dead already. The way he been shot, like he got shot with rifles, handguns, shotguns. He would have been dead in the first 2 seconds.
No, he got killed with shotguns, bro. That's all. Not RoboCop. I'm talking about the beginning when he was first the cop. And he walks into the drug cartel's place, and they find him and they shoot him to hell with shotguns.
But that's my point. Like he would have been like, no. He would like,
well, no, they did it right. I think he got murked pretty quickly, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, but he was like this, and then he's like, oh, you got to kill him.
Meanwhile, Tristan showed me crackheads on freaking YouTube that get shot like 50 times. They're still coming at you with a knife. But Ben, you're smiling over there. You never seen RoboCop? I'll be mad as hell at you right now.
No, I've seen RoboCop.
Okay,
I don't know what it's doing on this list though.
Woo! Please explain yourself. Please.
I just it's like I don't know. I just wouldn't be on the list for me. I was surprised when I saw it, especially that high. I don't really have. I saw it so long ago that I didn't take it seriously as a movie.
It's such a good movie, though.
Could be.
When was the last time you watched it? When was the last time you watched it?
Yeah, it's probably the 90s.
Oh, you gotta rewatch it, man. Like watching it now was great. That was great. A great watch. Rewatch. Get the director's cut version. That's good too. Tristan, 22 is good.
I think a little bit up. Like, but it still should be on the top 50 if you're considering that a comic book movie.
I think it should be 35. I think it's a little too high or too low. A little too low for this. I think it should be a little higher. It should be like between 42 and 35, but it definitely should be on here. All right, next one we're gonna move on to Doctor Strange. I'm sorry. Good movie. Does not belong in number 21. I'm sorry. Somebody definitely is banging Benedict Cumberbatch.
I mean, I think it's higher than RoboCop.
Oh, he's talking about Gina Carano. Sorry, Nick. I just put that. I saw it. Yes, she should have been Wonder Woman. She would have been great.
Gina Carano.
Yeah.
The thing is, her face, though. I mean, I don't know. No. She has a pretty face. It's just that Gal Gadot. Oh my God! Like
Gal Gadot.
She's like a babe right now. But Gina Carano actually, like, her body wise, like Wonder Woman, though.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Maybe you're right. You're right. They could definitely find somebody else. I can't wait to see.
It's just that look, if you look at Gina Carano like 15 years ago when she fought Chris Cyborg, she was bae. But then her face is starting to get a little Gwen Moon, Chaz. Just a little Gwen Moon. Just a little bit now. Like just a slight bit. Like it's just like what
Ben
movie?
just holding his tongue over there. Ben is not trying to get clipped right now. Her face is too diesel.
I'll
Yeah.
just say
damn.
Gina, Mandalorian, Gina Carano could not be Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she looked a little bit too like.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not
That's obviously yep. Like I said, we're not going down that path. Doctor Strange at number 21, guys. What do you guys think?
I love Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I liked it too.
I think it also gets credit for like how different it was. Like just like with the Inception style.
But 21
graphics
though,
and all like the Mirrorverse and all that. I think it gets a lot of props for that.
but 21.
Yeah,
Go back.
I don't hate 21. I don't hate it.
21.
It's one of the
Do something for me.
It's
They have
dread
dread
This is like I have to make my top 50 to be like, all right, I would drop this because this is like
Yeah. And Tristan?
It's not a bad number for it. It's just like it introduces you to the understanding there is a multiverse in Marvel and stuff.
That was cool.
And also the first like half hour when you got introduced to him to like the Sorcerer Supreme and then she fucking trips him out. Imagine if you're like just like so high just watching that part.
I was stoned the first time I seen this, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched this Stone before? It is the greatest thing in the world.
No, I did it this weekend.
He's a good
I did it this weekend. It was crazy.
Like,
maybe that's why I'm kind of a little biased right now because I just sat there and I was like,
I watch this one on shrooms.
oh man. The colors. It's great. All right, so 21. I think that should be at least between 42 and 35. To be honest with you, that's my thing. But I don't think it should be the same. Okay, here comes the disrespect.
Get this shit off my screen.
Superman 2. No, this I think 20 is actually, you know what? 20 is a good spot for this. It was him versus General Zod. It was great to see Superman fight people that same strength. It was good. From I remember seeing it as a kid, and I think that's why I love this movie. I love the theme. Anytime I need to be picked up in life, or if I'm sad, I just listen to that fucking theme, and it just gets me fucking feeling good, man. It's a good, like, he was such a perfect Superman. He was like Henry Cavill level.
Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves is the best. Even when kids met him in life, they were like, "Oh, this is Superman." You know what I'm saying? And no matter what
Even
he did,
though James Gunn is fucking shit up here.
Yeah. Damn, Tristan.
It's like, oh, Henry Cavill, who? What?
You know, I mean, even in Superman, Man of Steel, when he was getting hit with the power beam and he turned to Christopher Reeves for like 3 seconds, everyone's like, "Oh, damn, that was amazing." You guys don't know that, did you? You know that?
He turned into Christopher Reeves?
Yeah, his face changes to Christopher Reeves' face for a good 2 seconds. But Ben, I can't wait to hear what you're gonna say. So go ahead, Ben.
It came out in 1980. It can't be in the top 20. I'm sorry. Just can't.
You just have to imagine it, Ben, what it would be if it came out now. Like if it was okay back then, you definitely know it would be better. But then if it was great back then, you know it's going to be stupendous with graphics now. Unless if you get some bullshit. But
I don't know.
20. All right. So Ben does not like that. Tristan, did you remember Superman 2 at all?
Nope.
Okay. Next movie. I think this is perfect right here. Batman.
Yes. That's
this
a good
movie. I remember seeing as a kid for the first time, and I was just like, "This is amazing! This is amazing!" I think that it was a great portrayal of Batman, him and his love life. He's like, "Do you want to know my secret identity?" You know, he's just like, with women, but it was great.
What's good about animated movies is that they age so much better.
Oh yeah,
than live action, because like if they made this a live action movie in '93, it would look horrible and you'd be distracted the whole time.
Yes,
but because it's animated, it's held up so well.
Yep.
For 30 years.
I mean, you got Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill in this movie, just killing it, bro. Just
Kevin Conroy. His voice was the embodiment of Batman.
R.I.P. Kevin,
Mark
man.
Hamill as fucking Joker. It must have been insane being the editor, being like listening to these two voices.
Oh, of course.
He's like,
Like, oh my
you're sitting there
God.
just listening to
Oh.
banter back and forth. Real quick, his actual last performance as Batman is going to be the Suicide Squad movie that just came out. Well, the Suicide.
Are you serious?
Game that's coming out. The new game that they just pushed back to 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Who just cursed?
That's Franny.
Oh my God.
I don't know why she's
fucking
cursing.
fucker.
I heard it a little bit, but
Yeah, she was wild. She was loud as a nice clean. But yeah, his last performance as Batman is going to be in that Suicide Squad game that just got pushed back again to 2024 because people saw the demo and they didn't like the way it was playing, so they're redoing it again because they didn't want a Gotham Knights whole thing to happen all over again.
Gotham Knights was a disappointment. I heard.
Oh yes, total trash. It's a trash game.
Really?
Next one. Okay, this is disrespect right here. This is disrespect. This should be in the top 10. This movie right here should be in the top 10. This was such a fucking game changer. Captain America Winter Soldier was if not top 5 greatest comic book movies of all time. This movie was just perfect. You got to see like Captain America in his element, just humanized all the characters. You're getting shot. Freaking Black Widow gets shot with a bullet. It's like, oh shit. Damn, I could get shot. It's just like it was just like everybody had a reality check in this movie, and it just started that whole Civil War thing. Without this movie, we wouldn't get serious Captain America that we fell in love with, I think. Ben, what do you think? Number 18.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best. It's definitely top 10 MCU movies for sure. It was a spy thriller, and they acted on steroids because they were superheroes. I mean, yeah, it was great. There's not much more to add on to it except that it should be higher than 18 for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Without
I agree with that. Tristan?
Great movie, man. I think actually, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's in a good spot because you're approaching like the teens. I think you're approaching the teens right now. Anything could go up for debate, and you're not losing any value of going up or down with this movie. I mean, like if you're going forward, obviously you're gonna get more, but 18, you're still in the top 20 of movies of all time. How many comic book movies are there? There's like fucking hundreds of them. So that's a good spot for it.
Actually, I think it's 100 now. Ever
100 comic book movies?
Yeah, ever right now.
All right, I think that's a good spot for
80. Yeah, I think it was 86 the last time I checked, like last year. I think now it's like 100. No, maybe less, or maybe it's gonna be 100 by the end of this year. I can't remember, some crazy number like that. So 18 guys, definitely Tristan don't think it's disrespectful. Ben does, like me. Next one, X2. God damn it. I'm freaking pissed. Are you kidding me? This right here. I remember going to the movie theater as a kid and cutting school 3 days in a row to go watch this in the theater.
Bad kid.
I was just going to because the theater was right between it was junior high school and my house, my dad's house, and I would just cut school and go there and watch the movie, and then run back to the school and make sure I was there for my grandpa to pick me up. So it was this movie. I remember just going in and just watching it over and over again, seeing Colossus bust through the freaking the wall. Freaking Siren just screaming, Iceman. You get to see everybody just to preview what's to come because Bryan Singer was great of just hyping things up for you, right? And then they let us down at X3. But we won't ever talk about that movie. That movie is the best, worst trash ass movie ever made. But X2 was a game changer, I think. Having the school attacked, it was actually supposed to be Sentinels, but they couldn't get the budget for it. It was supposed to be Sentinels attacking the school. But they decided to go with the army instead, which I think was a better option at this point in time. I think Bryan Singer at that time was making great, decisions. That was before Superman, but professionally, yeah, professionally, yes, pedophile. Anyway, so he was making good decisions. He was like, the CGI is not up to date yet. Let's not do the Sentinels yet. I think it was great. I think this should be in top 10 of all time.
Yeah, if you would have had Days of Future Past Sentinels and this,
forget about it.
Oh man,
it would have not worked. I would love to see the OG Sentinels with that shit though.
Yeah, Nick's right. They should have kept the anime movies kind of out of this. I think it would have been
Yeah.
cool. Because Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse definitely should be up here too. So hopefully that's
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah, that actually I think honestly, I think that movie is better than all the Spider-Man movies that ever came out ever. So that was good. But anyway, X2 guys, Ben, what number should this be at?
It should be higher.
Higher?
I don't want to get too specific now because we're getting close.
Yes. And Tristan?
Should be higher.
Lower. See,
Lower.
this is what fucks
No,
me.
excuse me. I should be
Higher
lower to the one spot.
Yeah,
In the good way. Lower in the good way.
Yeah, the way they did this is kind of stupid. They should have done. Yeah. Anyway, next. Whoa, the disrespect. The disrespect.
Infinity War was so good.
Oh my god, this movie right here, guys. If there's nothing,
This right here.
the
You go night night.
this movie, you can put this movie on at any time of the day, and you will sit there and watch it. It's like fluid. It just goes so smoothly. This movie was just perfect. Gets you into it, brings you into the world. Freaking. The only gripe I have this movie is that the way they took Hulk out this movie because they thought that would have been detrimental to its character or something like that. He was actually supposed to bust out Hulk Buster and fight Thanos rematch, but that didn't happen. But I think the greatest opening of all time is in this movie. It was supposed to open on Xandar. They shot it. Did you hear that, Ben? They shot it.
Yeah.
They just said it. They just came out a couple days ago that they actually shot that 20-minute scene of him invading Xandar and taking that stone. But they said, you know what? It's scarier to have him just open up like that. Him fucking up Thor and everything, which I think was the greatest opening of all time. Ben, go ahead.
This is embarrassing for everybody involved. Like none of these people should be allowed to write for Rolling Stone ever again. Just based off of this ranking. 16? This is if this isn't in your top 5, it's gotta be in your top 7 or 8. 16 is crazy.
That's crazy. Wild. Tristan,
I don't
sorry, Ben.
know. It's crazy. No, I don't know what to say.
Tristan?
No, I agree. Like it should be in everybody's top 10 or 5. Like this movie. Yeah, like look, it's funny because that clip that they show you right there, that's the old still that they use for the trailer, but then it's supposed to be Hulkbuster in the background instead, in the actual cut. But still, nevertheless, you see that fucking opening when they had the original trailer out. You're like, yo, I'm so fucking hyped for this movie, and that movie delivered like the way it did. It showed the first time people actually able to lose in a movie, and you're like, holy fucking shit, this could fucking happen.
That's true. That is the first time superheroes really lose.
Yeah, you never realize it. It's a fictional movie. It made you feel like it was nonfiction. That's something that could fucking happen in real life. Like,
yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, this is crazy.
It was crazy.
Like whoever put this at 16, like needs to get kicked in the nuts 3 times.
Yeah, for real.
With like steel toe boots.
Yeah.
Oh, here goes another disrespect. Guardians of the Galaxy number 15.
I think it's good.
I think it should be a little higher than that. Lower than that. I think it should be lower on this list. Definitely.
I'm gonna save my comments for later.
Yeah, I think this is next one. Spider-Man 14. I think this is a good spot.
To me, this movie gets up here on just like this movie and the original X-Men should be in your top 20 just because they kind of birthed this, like what happened, even before Iron Man. Like these made it possible for Iron Man to even happen, and then Iron Man obviously just blew it open. But Spider-Man and I believe the original X-Men should also be up around, maybe not this high for me, but right around here.
Oh, that's true. We haven't seen the original X-Men yet on this list, or Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 better be ranked higher.
And if X2 was already, was on here, I don't know how you put the X-Men above X2.
No, X2.
Oh yeah, that is true. Let's see if this list is.
You're the Spider-Man man. What do you think? Number 14 is a good spot.
14, I think it should be a little higher. Lower. Just a wee bit, but you're approaching that time that anything could like swap right now.
Facts.
But it's just a staple in the movies. Like remember seeing that first original trailer with the World Trade Center? You remember? But they had to fucking dial it back. But that original trailer, no matter what, like just set the bars off. You're like, holy shit! But this goes back to the original Blade. Like if they had Blade and they're like, yo, we can actually do something with this. Because I remember Marvel was going out of business for a quick second, movie wise, like their end of the movie part of their business. But then Blade came out, and then after that, then it led to like, oh, okay, we could do something. Then Sam Raimi's movie came out a few years later.
Yeah. And Tristan, was the trailer for this movie in front of Godzilla? Did we see it, or was it Star Wars?
It was Star Wars, I think, because I remember the original trailer coming out in like 2000, and because this movie came out in 2002.
2002, yeah.
Yeah, so it came out. The original trailer was sometime in 2001.
No, the original trailer was
or
in 2000. It
was in 2000. Oh yeah, it was a teaser.
Star Wars
it was
came out in 99.
So
99.
So
maybe it wasn't Star Wars. So it was something else that came out.
Maybe it was 99 because it takes 3 years for a movie to come out. So maybe.
Yeah, but you
well, back then, maybe, yeah.
No. They sent us. They showed a trailer super early, Ben, like before they even had things made. They just showed the Spider-Man web, and there was nothing else.
Yeah, but not the Twin Towers trailer.
Yeah. No, well, when did the Blade 2 come out? 2002 or 2001?
Blade 2 is probably right because I think the original was 98.
That's what I'm saying. Blade 1 was like 98, right? And that led the way for this. And I think this trailer came out in 2000 or 2001. So I think that Blade 2, if we go back up, we'll look about it. But I think Blade 2 came out around the same time. And I think that's where we saw the original trailer. But never mind. We'll go forward.
Next one. I'm actually cool with this. This makes sense because that movie was amazing. X-Men Days of Future Past. Definitely number 13. That's great. I think that's a good number. Guys, Ben?
It would be a little bit lower ranked, worse ranked for me, but not much lower. It would maybe be in the high teens.
High teens, okay. Tristan?
I think that movie was. The spot is good for me.
Yeah, same. Next one, Spider-Man: Homecoming, number 12. I think this should be definitely higher on the list. Maybe like number 26 and 19. This movie was good. It was a good movie for what it was, but I don't think it should be like here. I think the cameo of him in Civil War was what made it good, I guess.
Yeah.
But watching it back, it's probably the boringest one out of all of them.
Yeah. It would probably be high teens, low 20s for me.
Tristan?
I agree. I agree.
Same thing.
I liked it better than Far From Home though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. You liked it better than Far From Home?
Far From Home, I liked Far From Home, but like to me that was more. It was more of like showing the kind of passing of the torch from Tony to him with the tech stuff. But I think Far From Home is the worst of the three. And it's not bad. It's just I would put it 3 out of 3.
I would have put it there, but I think the Mysterio scenes really pushed that over the Homecoming. I think Mysterio's like fight scenes were great.
I just didn't like Mysterio as a villain. I felt too easy for me. Like he could just change all of reality.
He was a poor man's Scarecrow because Scarecrow was definitely better than him as a character, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Next one.
That's a good way to put it.
Iron Man at number 11. I think this is
this should be higher, bro. I mean, lower in towards the top 10.
I think it's a good spot. I think right outside the top 10 is good for me.
It was great. It brought us into the movies. It was a new era.
It did what it came to do.
Exactly, but I don't ever go back and rewatch this movie. If it's on TV on like CBS or something, I'll
really.
Just watch
you never
it.
go back and watch Iron Man?
No, not like that. Like I never go. Oh yeah, I gotta go watch Iron Man. But I'll watch it if it's on TV. Like I'll watch it. I'll sit down. I'll put it in the background. I'll sit there and watch it just on the couch. It's one of the movies that if it's on, you get glued on. But like I never go on my way to watch it. Ben.
I mean, just it started it all. It blew everybody's mind that Iron Man could be a main character of a movie and you'd be thoroughly entertained. And it, birthed the MCU, which I know we are all thankful for.
Facts. Same. Tristan?
No, I think that it should be. I think it should be in the top 10, like not sitting out of it, but in it because it just changed the whole fucking game for Marvel. Like the way it was, like it just like it did bust open the doors, and it did it in a great way. Like it's just a classic. Like you can't like, and the CGI was so, it still holds up. It's like Jurassic Park. You see Jurassic Park that came out in '93. That CGI,
crazy.
it's still stupid good. It still looks good. It's the same thing as Terminator 2 Judgment Day. The CGI still looks great. Like in that movie when he's flying against the F-22 Raptors and shit, like in the fucking Iron Man suit. That movie came out like fucking like over like 16 years ago or some shit like that. Yeah, 2008. Like it's still to this day.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, it's wild, right? 2008, Jesus, 2 years.
And you know, like if we were doing a top 10 most or top 50 most important superhero movies, this is probably number one.
Yeah. Without this, you ain't getting nothing else.
Yeah,
that's what they have to pay him big bucks. All right, so we're about to hit the 10, but right now I want to go over everybody's top 10 list really quickly and see if it compares to anything. We're gonna do a straight quick thing.
My list has changed.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm gonna hold on. You stop sharing that.
It's not in order.
I'm gonna add. So first one we'll do Tristan's first because his changed and his is not out of order, so we can just rip it apart.
Mike has no like listing of what comes what. It's stupid. Just like
he's so stupid. He's so fucking stupid. Let me see. Is it this one? Okay, we're gonna share this one. Okay. Did I come up?
No. Right. Well, I edited it though.
All right. So in Tristan's top 10, he didn't even put a list because I asked him to put like freaking numbers. He didn't because he's an idiot. But anyway, he says honorable mention: Spider-Man: No Way Home, Curveball, Dragon Ball Super Brody, bro.
No, don't. That's why I told you don't post that because like my thing auto edits for some reason.
Curveball. Upcoming Flash movie.
Brody.
It's Broly, you dumbass. Infinity War, X-Men 2, Spider-Man 2, Iron Man, Avengers, Justice League, Snyder Cut, Dark Knight, The Batman 2022. Tristan, and can you please tell me what's number 1 to 10?
So it's not 1 to 10, but I kind of fixed everything. So what I have in my top 10, I have the Avengers, the Iron Man movie, X2, Spider-Man 2, the Batman from 2022, the Dark Knight, Justice League Snyder Cut, the Infinity War saga, basically 1 and 2, that saga right there. Deadpool, Justice League Dark Animated, that I have that on there.
Really?
And then and then for my honorable mentions, I have the Unbreakable movie, I have Black Panther, and I have Spider-Man: No Way Home. And then for my curveballs, I have the Brawley movie and the Flash movie. That's
Jesus Christ! I said top 10, not top 52.
Yeah. So I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 15.
Does not follow instructions.
Okay, so that's Tristan's. So everybody can see Tristan's is all over the place, obviously. Now let's see Ben's really quickly. Let's put
Benny Hinn.
Benny Hinn. Let's put his up here.
Benny Hinn.
So Ben,
he blesses your sins.
Your sins of that trash ass freaking list you gave me. There you go. Ben's. Look how clean. Look how clean Ben's is. I like you, Ben. This is why I like you. Okay, so let's go from the bottom up. So that number 10, Ben has The Incredibles. I think that's pretty good. I'm not going to argue with that. Number 9, No Way Home. Deadpool at number 8. Guardians of the Galaxy at number 7. X2 at number 6. Captain America: Civil War at number 5. Avengers: Endgame at number 4. Avengers: Infinity War at number 3. And the greatest movie of all time, Logan, at number 2. Then The Dark Knight. I think this is a respectable list, Ben. This is very respectable.
Better than my fucking list.
Yeah, that's a pretty respectable list. All right. And so we got Ben's list there. And then now we're going to see mine. Let's do another one. Ben doesn't have no freaking honorable mentions either. Look at Ben's face waiting for me to put up this shit. Okay. Did it come up?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So I got Watchmen at number 10. I got Superman, the original
Oh,
one,
I forgot
for some
about
reason, number
Watchmen.
9. Spider-Man at No Way Home, number 8. X2 at number 7. Justice League, Snyder Cut, number 6. Deadpool at 5. Avengers Infinity War 4. Cap, Winter Soldier, number 3. Dark Knight, and then Logan. Seems like there's a trend there. Dark Knight and Logan always jump in 1 or 2.
As they should.
And Deadpool's looks like everybody's number 5. It's Deadpool, like it's right dead in the middle. I think we got a pretty good gist of what we think is the top 10. A couple of these already are on this stupid ass Rolling Stones page already. Ben,
I think I have 4 that are. I think I have 4 on my top 10 that were not in the Rolling Stones top 10.
Really? Oh yeah, you don't.
Everything else I think is in there.
Is in there, and
I
mine
think,
definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, hopefully Watchmen is up there because I don't know how Watchmen's not on this list. That's weird.
I don't think Watchmen is on there.
Watchmen.
The disrespect.
Watchmen could have been broken up into 2 movies.
It should have been.
Watchmen could have been broken
I
up
didn't
into 2
love
movies.
Watchmen when I saw it in theaters, but I heard the director's cut is better.
Director's cut. I have it. I'll give it to you. You can watch it. It's very good. It's
Yeah,
really
the
good.
director's cut is much better, but it still should have been broken up into
So
2 movies.
Superman 1, the original cut is very good. It's also very good. I like that one. He doesn't like Christopher Reeves, so I look at Ben. I'm like, fuck Christopher Reeves. Spider-Man No Way Home. We all got the same thing. X2. I think we all got the same thing. Justice League Snyder Cut. Did you have Snyder Cut on yours, Ben?
I did.
I did not have it. No.
You know, Ben doesn't have Snyder Cut on his. Guardians of
I
Galaxy.
have one.
I couldn't put Snyder Cut because, although it's a great movie, they don't seem like they're gonna expand upon it. So it's like it just feels like a useless movie to me.
I know. That
You know what?
sucks.
I will not even argue with you with that, Ben, because that's how I feel now with Snyder Cut. It's kind of like it puts so much effort into nothing.
I know, but it's just such a good movie. I feel like they
good.
just
It's so
fucking
good.
shit the bed with that.
Yeah.
But let's get
Honestly,
into that top
I
10.
put the Incredibles. I put the Incredibles in my top 10 because I just wanted to get something in there.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Marvel, DC.
Yeah, but technically it's Marvel. Technically, it's Disney. Same shit.
No,
Well, that's why I put in the fucking Broly movie.
You know
It's
damn well
Incredibles.
when they do that multiverse like battle on Elseworld shit, on the freaking the battle world, when they do that whole battle world thing, the Incredibles is gonna be in there. Even freaking Goku and Vegeta are gonna be in there. Watch, I guarantee
Dude.
that shit.
All right,
But
let's do this.
Let's do this top 10 and see how far off the tracks we are. All right, number 10. Wow, Ben, look at that. Ben
Wow.
on the head. Number 10, The Incredibles. I think that's well deserved.
It's a
I
great
think
movie. It's just a great movie.
It'll never get bumped until they do something else. Even part 2 is not even on here, which is wild. But this was a
I
great
didn't love
movie.
part 2 either, but the first one is untouchable.
It's untouchable. Tristan, same thing. You feel that way?
I agree. It's good.
Agree? Oh, I'm done.
This is
I'm
wild.
done.
This is
Number
wild.
9 is Wonder Woman. No,
This is crazy.
no. Maybe top 18 to 11 is Wonder Woman.
This is crazy.
Because it did something good for
It's
its
such
time.
a good movie.
Good movie.
This is what makes me angry because now they're gonna make me argue against Wonder Woman, and I fucking love Wonder Woman.
Yes,
But
for
they're
it to
gonna
be
go and put her at 9.
what
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
at 9? Ugh. But it's a good movie.
Great movie. It's a great movie. Like
I think it's
legit.
an 18 to 11 movie.
Yeah.
Tristan,
No, I agree. It's a great movie. Like it's like one of the best like female-led
it's
movies ever.
Top
But
2
it's just that there's
DCU movies.
it's just that there's so many like great nostalgic movies ahead of it. Like it's not like getting bumped from overall the list. It's just like it's just getting bumped from a spot just to take additional spot. I don't know how to explain it.
It shouldn't be in the top.
Yeah.
real quick, Rolling Stone, let me run your page really quick because these pictures that whoever did this shit picked the worst pictures of every movie. It makes no sense. Oh
Like,
my god!
This picture. It's not even in her.
Like,
Wonder
why would you
Woman
pick
gear.
that? Yeah, you
Oh.
should pick the actual Wonder Woman costume.
Stupid.
Stupid. Next one. Oh my! Are you kidding me?
You know what?
I fucking
This-
love Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Not enough to be number 8 though.
Not
I
number
don't think.
Number 8.
Yeah.
though. No.
I don't think that
That's
number
definitely-
8, but it was such a great movie.
It was a
That's
great
a movie
movie.
that people forget about, but
It's
because
a
you
tough
forget
movie.
about it. because Infinity War
Facts.
came out like I think that same year, so that's why you forget about it. But like, it was just such a great movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's either that or Infinity War came out like 6 months after, something like that.
I think it
Yeah.
was like
6 months because this led into Infinity War.
Yep.
Number 7,
Oh,
Dark
yeah.
Knight. I think this should be higher. I'm lower than this. It should be 4 or 5. I think so.
That should be number 1.
Or number 1.
Yeah,
Or number 1. Yeah. I don't understand.
you're
why
getting
number
into the top 7, which anything could be anything.
I mean, oh, I'm sorry. Number 1. Yeah. So this should be definitely number 1. Like, I don't understand. Or number 2 or number 3. Like, this should not be out the top 3. This movie right here.
No.
Never, ever in life will anything beat this unless they get a crazy looking Joker and a great Batman. They ever get to that peak?
Let me tell you
Be
something.
my guest.
If the Joker movie, which was a great movie, but unfortunately, if it appears after this fucking pick right now, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Because
I still think
God, no.
I still think that fucking like the Dark Knight overall was a better Joker than the Joker movie that just came out.
Exactly. Me too. Facts.
100%.
Oh God, this is brutal. Oh my God. Let's see what else we got here.
Yo, if Joker,
Okay.
okay,
I could deal with that. That's fine. But I think he's too young. The movie's too young to be at the top 10. I think it's top 11 to 18. I just think it's too young to be top 10 so far already. Like it just legit came out.
It's a good movie. I didn't get the same hype as everybody else did around it.
For animated wise, I think that it's up there.
And that's coming from a Puerto Rican man.
Unbelievable.
This is a Puerto Rican man telling you this.
I don't know. I don't know if it tops Dark Justice League Dark animated. That movie was fucking crazy, especially with the ending with Darkseid versus fucking Trigon. Like I was like,
you mean Justice League Apocalypse? You mean
Apocalypse? Yeah,
yes.
Dark, but that's the Justice League Dark, but that's
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, Apocalypse. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry if I meant
nobody's ever
animated.
touched that, but this is not gonna be up there though because it was too much blood. This is kiddie movies, kid friendly.
Yeah, but that's upsetting because this is
Yeah, no, it is up there.
It should be up here.
Next, yes, baby. This is a good spot for my boy over here. Look at Ben over there. Go ahead, Ben. I'm not even gonna say anything. Go ahead, Ben.
Ben hates anything old.
No, I am Ben. I am Ben. Number 5. Number 4, Avengers Endgame. I think this is a good spot.
That's where I have it. So
yeah, you have it at the same spot. You have it at number 4 as well. So Tristan, Avengers Endgame.
I think it's a good spot.
Yes, that's a very good spot. Here we go, guys. You ready? Number 3. Yes.
Oh yeah.
This should be number 2. I'm sorry. On number 1 on anybody's list. It should be number 1 and number 2. There's no number 3 for this movie. I think this was a great movie. It was different. It was edgy. It was the ending of the X-Men series, but now they're bringing his ass back for Deadpool's gonna resurrect his ass in Deadpool movie, which I think might bump up. Let's be honest, I'm gonna be honest with everybody up there. If Deadpool and Wolverine movie come out, that movie comes out, and it's amazing, it's gonna bump all these movies off. Because if they hit this movie the way I think they're gonna hit it, I think it can be up there in the probably top 3, top 4 movies of all time.
As long as they don't make that shit go woke, though.
Nah, it's not good. Ben, what do you think about Logan?
They need to make Deadpool bloody, bro. You can't make it a kiddie movie.
It's rated R. It's rated R. It's coming out rated.
Good.
It's rated R for them. Marvel. Ben, Logan.
It's another perfect movie. Just walked out of the theater like this is one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my life, let alone superhero movies. So
facts.
Yeah, I can't kill him for this spot, but I would have it number 2.
Did you watch it in black and white yet?
I don't know.
It's so good in black and white.
I thought I saw it the first time in black and white.
No, we saw it in color.
Did? Okay.
Yeah, but the black and white version came out, so you can watch it. It's okay. Yeah. Tristan. Top 3 is good. Good spot. Okay. All right, we got Logan.
Yes.
That should make no sense. That makes no sense. Like Ben,
it makes perfect sense.
I am done right now.
It makes perfect sense.
Ben got off
You
the
guys are
chat.
a bunch of haterades.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Haterades.
Spider-Man
Hate.
2.
That
is
movie
number
was
2.
fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, but not for number 2. Beating out
It was
Logan?
fucking phenomenal.
What?
It was phenomenal. How about you rewatch Spider-Man 2? The way that it gave such fan service.
It's so great, but not number 2 great.
I think it's amazing.
No.
I didn't like Spider-Man 2 the first time I saw it.
Are you kidding me? Crazy.
By the way, I like how
I've never understood the hype about Spider-Man 2. Never in my entire life. I was bored by it.
I love that movie. I thought it was great. The way that they made it, like it blended a comic book into a movie. That's what it did.
Stupid. That's stupid. This is number 2. That's such a waste of a spot.
No way.
It's not a waste of a spot.
No way home.
It's not a waste of a spot. I think Dark Knight.
Was No Way Home on this list? Did I miss it? No.
It's not.
Oh my god.
When did this list come out? Did this come out?
Last year in June.
So, No Way Home might have been too new.
Maybe too new. Okay. All right. Okay, Tristan. This is just the only one. Like, yeah, woo, show my titties. She's like, yeah, Spider-Man 2. Yeah, it's so great. No, it's not.
You guys are a bunch of haters. All right.
Look at Ben sleeping.
It's not a trash movie. Okay.
Is Ben frozen?
Oh,
Ben's face is frozen. Is he frozen too? Are you guys both frozen?
No, I'm not frozen.
Everybody frozen. Hello, you guys.
Ben is frozen.
Oh, there he goes. Back.
I'm not frozen. I'm just not moving.
All right.
Black Panther was
no.
I don't think it's worthy of number 1 though.
There's no justification. There's no justification.
No, there is none. There is none.
So, Black Panther's in my top 10, but I don't think it's top 1.
No. There's no.
It's in my top 10 MCU movies, but not superhero.
No. This is definitely an 11 to 18 type. There's better movies that could be put up here. I think they just put this on here because Chadwick Boseman passed away at that time. I think that they were just like, yeah, let's make it number 1. Like I think it was a great movie for its time and what it did was great, but it's not number 1 of all time. I'm sorry. I don't go, let me just put Black Panther on. No. Logan, you could put on at any time. And Dark Knight, you could put on at any time and I'll sit there and watch it. Black Panther is like, I'll watch it if I have to. Like,
it's just not.
Oh my god, Rolling Stone.
I don't know. I can't. You're making me argue against Chadwick Boseman.
I mean,
yeah, you do feel like I'm in the same boat. I don't want to feel like an asshole, like bumping number 1, but Panther is definitely in the top 10. Like the way that it's nostalgia wise, it also did for for culture and everything, and just being an overall great movie. Definitely top 10, but to be number 1, nah, I don't think it's number 1. I think
Logan.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man 2, just for being a comic book to a movie wise, the way they made the setup and stuff, you felt like you were in a comic book. I need Spider-Man. You remember, it switched on. I was like, yo, Ben, go fucking. I think it was great.
Oh man, Spider-Man. Okay, this I'm just like, hold on. Did I have honorable mentions? Didn't even have honorable mentions. Like what? Like what is this? What is this? This right here. This should be 1 and 2 right here. 1 and where did they put Dark Knight? Holy shit, number 7. Okay,
7.
Yeah, that's.
It probably was a millennial kid that fucking watched this shit, bro.
Who did this? By David Fear. Who's David?
David Fear was the guy who wrote about. Yeah, no. That guy is not a millennial.
No.
He old head.
Power Rangers were French and horny and caused cancer. What the hell is he writing? Do you see this? What is this guy writing? Okay, you know what? I'm good. This top 5 was kind of bogus.
Top 50, you mean?
Top 50. The top 5 was bogus.
In general.
It's just in general. I think that ours were better. I think Ben's out of all of it. I think honestly, I think Ben's is like the most accurate. Tristan's is the most adventurous. Honestly, um, I think if you were like a logical, what's the top 10? Ben's probably would be the most out of everybody. Would probably be like could relate to that. Tristan's is more for the adventurous person that likes just different things, right? If you put animated stuff in there, you put it anime things in there.
Yeah.
You put Spider-Man 2. You think Spider-Man 2 is a great movie. If you're one of those people that suck the Toby Maguire pee, that's definitely there. But them having Spider-Man No Way Home on there is wild. That's super wild. Like it's not on there at all, right? I just want to make sure I'm not saying anything crazy. Like
No, I don't think Spider-Man No Way Home was on there.
no, Spider-Man No Way Home was not on here at all. And
Was
Iron Man
not
2
on
was
there
not on
at
here
all.
either. Iron Man 2 was not a bad movie, but if you're gonna put the Rocketeer on here, this thing's like I feel like I just put things on here for you to remember like old movies. Like Guardians 2 was not a bad movie. I don't know. Like what did they miss? Was there something else that they missed?
They missed. Let me tell you, my curveball was going to be the next
Deadpool
Flash
2.
that's coming out.
Deadpool 2. Venom. Why was it Venom on there?
Venom, nah. I don't
good.
know.
But no, I mean, there's certain movies on here that shouldn't even be on this list. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, come on now. RoboCop. I didn't think RoboCop was a superhero movie. Like,
I didn't think RoboCop was a superhero movie either. Like,
No.
I don't know why they had that on there.
no.
Captain America: Civil War was not on here. Was it?
Oh shit! You're
No,
right.
it wasn't.
What?
That's crazy.
Yo, that's yeah. That was it. It wasn't on here.
I don't think it was.
What? No.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Darkman.
That's what I'm saying. You got Darkman over Civil War.
Yes. That's V for Vendetta. Really? Come on. I think they just put things on here so you can just be like, oh yeah, it's great.
Tank Girl.
How's Man of Steel not on here?
Man of Steel. Another one.
Even Batman vs Superman could have been on this list. Honestly, the director's cut.
Easy.
Oh,
I think the new Flash movie is going to be up on here, bro. Call me wrong, but I think when we revisit this next
League at 50.
Yeah.
that is the disrespect right there. That's probably the most disrespectful. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 being number 2 is wild. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's wild. I don't think it's wild.
I don't think it's wild. That's super wild.
You guys are wild.
Yo, how is Civil War not on here?
That's crazy.
That's crazy to me.
That's crazy. They might as well just put Black Widow on here too, right?
Black Widow, nah.
What about the Fantastic Four movie, the first one? That wasn't bad either.
I didn't like it.
Ooh, damn. Judge Dredd.
Not that I didn't. It could have been on here. I don't think it would have been very high.
Carl Urban's Judge Dredd, the new one, the newest one. That was a good one.
Judge Dredd would have been good.
I had Nick's top 10.
Oh, go ahead. Tell us. What do you have?
All right. So I'm going to go. He had 10 Man of Steel.
Okay. Yeah.
9, he said either Spider-Man No Way Home or Into the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
Avengers Endgame 8. The Punisher, number 7.
The Punisher. That was a good movie, too.
Infinity War 6. The original Avengers 5. He had Keaton's Batman 4.
Was Keaton Batman even on here? The original wasn't on here.
It was
Batman
not.
Returns
Was on here. That's
was
it.
Kilmer, right?
Why would you? No, Batman Returns is the Batman Forever is Kilmer.
Yeah.
Forever's Kilmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batman 2
Returns
was
Keaton?
Huh? Keaton's number 2. Yeah, and 1 and 2 is Keaton. Number 3 is Kilmer. Number 4 is George Clooney. And that series of movies.
I lost the audio.
Did you hear me?
Okay,
me
now
now?
I can hear you.
Yeah. So it's 2, those 2 with and then it's Val Kilmer, and then it's George Clooney. And it was number 4.
So he had Keaton's Batman, I guess the original one. He had Logan number 3. He had Spider-Man 1 or 2 at number 2.
Whoa. Take it easy.
And then he had The Dark Knight #1.
All right, that's fair. I can never. Be
Okay,
mad.
yeah. Well, you say that's fair, but then you judge the
Except,
Spider-Man.
no, and except for #2. That you guys are both on some crack.
No, you on some crack. Okay, you have to rewatch that.
Wait,
movie.
how old is Nick versus Tristan's age? How old is Nick?
Nick, I believe, is he a year younger than me or 2 years younger than me?
Great movie.
When did you graduate high school, Ben?
Nick is 91. Yeah, 91.
Oh, that makes sense. Tristan's 91 too. Both of you guys. Spider-Man. Oh my god. Spider-Man 2.
You guys are stupid.
Stupid. So yeah, that's the top 50. I mean, I think. What do you guys give it from scale from 1 to 5? What do you give their rating system over here? 0. Me too. Rolling Stone, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Tristan.
I'd give him a 2 max.
Yeah, of course, because they did Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Oh, Chip. All right. Well, guys, thank you for watching and listening. Ben and Tristan, thank you for coming on and doing this. You know, fuck Justin. And
He has a
Goodbye, Justin.
all right. And guys, thank you for your top 10. And thank you for listening. Any comments you want to leave of your top 10, I'll definitely read them off for the next podcast. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Let's end this thing. Do.